Mm. Damn. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is finally freaking Friday, and it is about 11 o'clock at night. And I'm debating on the bedroom over here, which will be me and the Queen's bedroom. We've actually been using it. We put down 2 coats of varnish on there, but I didn't want to put the finish coat on there until we were further along because I didn't want to track a whole bunch of stuff into it and mess it up. So we covered it with Ram board, which is, kind of like a rosin paper on steroids to protect it. And when we've been coming down here, we've been, it's been our bedroom. It's nice because we got a door we can close off on there and things. And we've been sleeping on one of those air mattresses. An air mattress, and it has like a built-in headboard, but the thing is like, the headboard thing is like this big. And, every time you turn over, it's like, oh, you kind of hear the sound. It's nice and firm, I'm surprised. But not what you really want. But I didn't want to put a regular bed in here until we were ready for it. So, taking up all the Ram board this evening, and I vacuumed it, but I need to go over and sand it lightly with some 220 grit sandpaper to get a couple of spots in there that are flashing and a couple spots that are a little rough before I put that coat on. And I'm debating on whether or not I feel like doing it tonight or doing it tomorrow. But I've got my foot that I stepped on the nail. It was about 2 weeks ago. It's swelling again. I took my antibiotics. I had my tetanus shot, but it's almost like a pimple that's like, or a boil that's kind of coming to a head. And it's painful right now to walk. So on the way home tomorrow, we'll go by the urgent care with our healthcare provider and get it looked at, hoping that I just want to take a knife and just cut it open. My wife's like, no, you're not going to do that. But that's basically what I hope they'll do tomorrow, is lance that sucker open so I can keep on going. It takes a lot to stop me. But anyway, be that as it may, it is the weekend. Be careful out there. Get out there, have fun, and get back home alive. But this weekend is a huge weekend for multiple reasons. Daniel Hernandez, Sergeant Major, I think it's Sergeant Major, is moving. So this will be the last game that he's coming over before he moves. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the big sub as a steak and cheese because that's his favorite. So we want to do that and make sure we take care of Master Sergeant. That's what it is. So I'll pick up the sub on the way home, get some steak, and get it in the freezer to start, getting kind of a little bit frozen so I can put it on a slicer and slice it and get that thing marinated tomorrow night because that's what we do. And it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day because we're not until the Sunday night game. Commanders have already gotten their butts whipped. We got the Eagles, we got the Giants, and we got the Cowboys tomorrow night, or Sunday night. And this game has been hyped up and talked about so much. It's getting to be ridiculous. I'm sitting here listening to everybody is putting all the pressure on the Dallas Cowboys and saying the Cowboys, it's a must-win game. This is going to say more about the Cowboys than the 49ers. But in the same breath, they keep telling us that the Cowboys team is not a good team. The Cowboys, they're not good. Dak Prescott, he's not as good as Brock Purdy. CD's not as physical as Deebo Samuels, and Tony Pollard is not the same as Christian McCaffrey, and certainly Jake Ferguson is no George Kittle, and San Francisco offensive line is so much better, and everything else. They've made it already where they say it's no chance for the Cowboys that the Cowboys are so overmatched. And if that is truly the case, if the Cowboys are truly overmatched, then how the hell is it a failure if the Cowboys don't win? I don't understand that. I think the Cowboys are going to win. I say 24-17. The Cowboys' weakness is also San Francisco's weakness. San Francisco's not good in the red zone. You get the ball in the red zone, people are scoring on San Francisco. That's a fact. And I'll say, not some of the great offenses out there, mind you. Some of the teams that they faced are not the best of ones. And I know I'm going to get hit by my buddy Jason because I have a short memory like a goldfish, because we lost to the Cardinals. Well, we lost to the Cardinals with 3 offensive linemen missing. We lost to the Cardinals having just lost them Thursday, finding out last minute we're not going to have those guys. We lost, a Pro Bowl interception machine that was the heart and soul of that defense, along with Micah Parsons. All those things kind of converged with the Arizona Cardinal team for whatever reason. It always seems to have our number. They just do. So I'm not going to sit here and cry and say that, okay, we got our ass handed to it. Any more than I could actually look and honestly say that the Washington team that got their ass handed to them yesterday, I don't think they're that bad. Not the way they played the Eagles the week before. The thing about the NFL is shit can happen. Before you know it, it's gone, it's over with. Team gets momentum and just rides that thing. And that's what the Cowboys couldn't get any momentum going. But I will say that game, they did rush for 185 yards. They did see Tony Pollard able to carry a load. They did see the resurgence of Michael Gallup. And you started to see the turn of Jake Ferguson being a high-quality tight end. And sometimes in life, you have to understand, you have to have bad times, because without bad times, you don't know what the good times are like. In my life, this knee right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, it's ugly, but trust me. I've been burned, 3rd-degree burns down through here. Before the 3rd-degree burns in that apartment fire, I had a flesh-eating bacteria, Streptococcus A. Unfortunately, when I end up doing work on my knees, the scar raises up, and then it just gets, it's keloid, and then it just gets raw and just keeps peeling and peeling and peeling and just stays raw. But this flesh-eating bacteria almost killed me. I had 3 knee operations in a week to save it. Had it been 24 hours longer for me to go to the hospital, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. And when that happened, it was the worst thing that I could ever imagine. I was so depressed by it. But that moment changed my life. I was working as a building engineer for a company that I liked. While I was recovering, they said, see you. We got to go, we got to move forward without you. My marriage, first marriage, was on a slow crawl to ending. But at that time, it was rock bottom. It was ugly, it was hideous, and I felt like giving up. Funny thing is when I look back at that now, I realized that that was a necessity in my life. Because see, having lost my job, having to learn how to walk again, made me appreciate being able to walk. Having lost my job while I was recovering, I started doing something that I enjoyed doing, which was always doing woodworking. And that led to the wood borer. It led to this. Had I not gone through that tragedy, that bad time, that bad game, or so to speak, probably would have continued working for the company that I did. Who knows if I ever started my own company. I don't know if my other marriage, first marriage, would have been the same. Don't know that I would be here. But I look back now and I look at this scar, and this scar is a constant reminder to me to be thankful and to never look back. And I hope that that Cardinals game was the wake-up call, that downtime for the Dallas Cowboys, that period of just being completely lost, got them to refocus and understand we got to show up. We can't give up. We can't expect anything to be handed to us because nobody handed anything to me. My parents were there to help me, but nobody said, hey, here you go. You got to walk on your own 2 feet. I know you ain't got 2 more functioning legs, but that ain't our problem. So for me personally, tough times don't last. Tough people do. And that's what I'm hoping about these Cowboys. They have been reminded ad nauseum. They can go through and have a great game against New England and immediately be questioned about, what happened before. It kills me when people sit here and put Brock Purdy up here and say, he's the greatest up here. He hasn't thrown interceptions. He hasn't lost games. Has he been through adversity? Has he lost his offensive linemen? 3 of them? Has he lost his weapons? Is his only receiver Deebo Samuels? No. He's got all the support in the world. Of course he's playing well. You had George Kittle. You had Deebo. You had Christian McCaffrey. You had your great offensive line. Dak, after Tony Pollard went down, had Zeke, who's washed, and CeeDee Lamb. That's it. Got to have the pieces to do something. You can blame it all on Dak Prescott if you want. But as I look here at the guys that have departed, they ain't raising no cane anywhere else. So yeah, they're trying to piss him off. Whew. Well, good people, I think I'm just going to get up in the morning, put my knee pad on my knee, do the quicksand on the floor, put some varnish on it, and head up the road and get to urgent care and get my foot looked at. With that being said, fire's going out. Remember to tell the people you love that you love them. Because you might not get the chance again. I love you guys. Whew. Today was a good day. But then, any day that I can get up and get out of bed is a good day. Peace, good people.